Querétaro is one of the states with more poor conditions and with more wrong management of farms. Agriculture is facing a new hopeful future where technology is the base of all. Farms then are becoming more like factories, tightly controlled operations for turning out reliable products, immune as far as possible from the vagaries of nature. Here is where our proposal has its origin, because we need to be more effective in production and as sustainable as possible. In short time, these improvements will increase farmers' profits by cutting costs and increasing yields, and should also benefit consumers in the form of lower price.
Although Querétaro isn't the poorest state in the country, out of the 18 municipalities, 14 have around 75% of people living in extremely poor conditions. Even though Querétaro's agricultural production is of 43 million units a year, we still have this economic problem in the poor community. So why is that? So seeing this problematic, what would be the main causes of this happening in the state of Querétaro? Immigration is going to be one of the main causes of these problems in the state. Many people who live in poor communities dedicated to agronomical production start to move to bigger cities and to other countries to find better opportunity. The lack of government support is also going to affect the lives of the people who practice agronomical activity, causing them
created using Powtoon. They don't really know how to use the chemicals they're using. Most of them they overdose the doses that are supposed to have in like to use, and this causes like a lot of problems to the ecosystem, because like a lot of them have like lead, carbon, I don't know, saying a lot of things that is affecting the soil and the air, and this is harming our atmosphere. So if we can connect the urban communities with the rural and like have this program that help them communicate better and have a better communication and be like more in contact, this can help like to prevent these problems, and also like that the farms can be sustainable because they can sell their products to the urban communities and like have a better price other than just self-consume. So with the plan we have that we're gonna comment on later on, we can solve this problem and we can help the farmers, our environment, and our economy. Thank you. So many rural communities have a lot of problems. One of their main is the lack of connection with the urban communities. So this causes that most of their farms can be sustainable because of their lack of connection with urban communities, because they don't have enough technologies, they don't really know how to use the chemicals they're using. Most of them they overdose the doses that are supposed to have in like to use, and this causes like a lot of problems to the ecosystem, because like a lot of them have like lead, carbon, I don't know, saying a lot of things that is affecting the soil and the air, and this is harming our atmosphere. So if we can connect the urban communities with the rural and like have this program that help them communicate better and have a better communication and be like more in contact, this can help like to prevent these problems, and also like that the
A big factor in the lack of agricultural production in Querétaro is the fact that farmers use outdated methods to cultivate their crops. They're currently using technologies that are more than 100 years old, likely because by not getting a proper education, farmers learn from their parents and their methods are passed generation by generation. This lack of technological updating makes the farmers only produce a fraction of what they could produce, often at a higher cost and more work. One example of this is the lack of agricultural technology and machinery like tractors, water pumps, biodigesters, etc. Most farmers still use shovels or old tools to work their lands.
Most farmers in Querétaro are low-income civilians living in small communities outside the main commercial cities. They use most or all of their crops for personal and family use. This is because they cannot sell them. This is a huge issue because of the lack of roads going in and out of the communities connecting them to the main cities in Querétaro. This complicates significantly the logistics of commerce in and out of the communities. For this, we propose a solution to rehabilitate all the roads going in and out of the communities to make commerce easier, faster, and cheaper. We also believe that education is fundamental for the development of a community. Our sustainable agriculture plan will consist of 3 main steps. The first one is soil study. The second one is water availability. The third one is residue handling. Therefore, we want to implement a program in these communities, which will consist in providing, first of all, training, consultancy, and education for the residue handling. The program will cost around 100,000 pesos a year, and this includes transportation, maintenance, salaries, instruments, machinery, everything. With this support, farmers will be able to market their products in a legal and structured way. The real spending comes in the rehabilitation of the roads. However, we expect the state and federal government to realize these construction works with their own budget.